What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Jessica, and today I'm gonna get into a very special video. Today we got Mom Dukes here. Happy New Year, happy 2024. Say hey, Mom.
Hello.
So happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Yep, we're doing another banger today. She doesn't want to be recorded, so that's okay, but at least you can hear her voice. So
Yes.
that's gonna have to be enough for you guys today. Today we have another Q&A questionnaire because we've been getting a lot of views, and I figured what better way to start off the year other than uh, than to do another first of the year Q&A with Mom Dukes here. And we have a few questions today, but I just want to let you guys know, other than the Q&A, I'm going to tell you a little story really quickly before we get into it. Yes, if you have followed my videos for a while, I've just posted 2 videos about my birthing experience. This is part 3, and this is where we are finishing. We are. I am finishing. Fit. I am completing my segment today on my birth experience, and we're going to just fast forward to my adulthood. Since 2014, I have been taking care of my mother along with my middle sister, and in 2014, my mom had a stroke, and therefore that made me become, my sister and I, her 2 main caregivers. We switch off roles in order to give each other breaks in between and go to work and other activities. But yes, that's how we became a caregiver. Uh, so uh, I have a lot of adjustments that have been made since then, and throughout this time period, I've learned how to be a more caring, more patient person. Uh, it have made me grow into a more responsible person than I was before. Don't get me wrong, I was responsible, but this is a certain type of new responsibility to take on, to take care of anyone, whether it's an elderly parent or a child or anybody else that needs care every day, day to day, um, special care for their day to day lives. So now we're gonna get into these Q&A questions. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, Mom. The first question is, what do you hope to give me 3 things that you hope to accomplish in 2024?
Oh my God. 3 things. Okay. Again, hello YouTube family, and thank you all for entertaining me in this Q&A session.
Yeah, J fam.
So 3 things. I hope that I'm doing more than hoping. I am going to accomplish these things. And number 1 is that I am surrendering a lot of my attitude and just myself, things in my heart to God. That is my ultimate desire, is to, on a daily basis, increase my relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And another thing is with your help, I pray to get out and in the community and do some activities. So that would be 3 right there.
All right. She says, "Hey, welcome, J Fam." And the next question, number two, is how many kids do you have?
4.
All right, because like I told you in my birthing experience, remember,
Mm-hmm.
I am the youngest of four kids. So you heard it from Mom Dukes yourself. She
Mm-hmm.
had four lovely kids.
I have 3 beautiful daughters and one very handsome son who is engaged.
Yeah, he's taken. Sorry, guys. We don't have a picture of him, but yeah, he taken.
Mm.
But I'm not. I'm single. I'm on the market. Hey, you two, how y'all doing? Okay, and let's see. My third question is, what? Tell me two things that you are most proud of in your life. Maybe one from childhood, and maybe you can give an example. Uh, a proud thing you are. I mean, anything that you're proud of in your adulthood.
Okay. Um, I'll tell you what, this stroke has been very humbling. And one of the things that I'm proud of after I retired and everything, and when I was working, I was so proud of the favor that I got from people on my job and how God has just led me down a path and very, very humble and how He has blessed me to have favor with people in my job because my job was very, very hectic. I was
Okay,
an operations director.
okay. I'm gonna stop y'all right there for 1 second. We need to give them a little synopsis of your job. Now we moved in Georgia. Fast forward, we did elementary, middle school, and high school in Georgia.
Hmm.
So therefore, when we moved to Georgia, my mom got a job downtown Atlanta, being a what you say, operations manager downtown in one of the big buildings down there
Yeah, for the state of Georgia.
for the state of Georgia. So long story short, since I've been in high school, this is where she's worked for about 30, 35 years. Is that right?
That's correct.
And that's when that is where she retired from. So you retired in what year? Do you remember?
Um,
She been retired for about
I
eight
have
years.
forgotten.
8 years now.
Hmm.
I can't really remember what year she retired, but that's just a quick overview of her job.
Yeah, I think it's been longer than I think it was in like 2012 because
Yeah, maybe in
I had the
2000.
stroke directly after I
Yeah,
retired.
like a year after.
Hmm.
So let's just say I think she retired in 2012, and that's a quick overview
Hmm.
of the job that she's talking about that she done. That's where she retired from. That's not the only place she's worked, of course, but that is the main job that she
Hmm.
retired.
Yeah, that I worked at the longest.
That she worked at the longest.
Hmm.
So we're gonna get into this other question. Um, what is the most difficult thing you had to get used to with this stroke?
That one is really easy because I don't get out very much out in the city. I go to church and this about it, and I come home and that's it. And this is what I've had to deal with that's been very heartbreaking to me, and that is when you are indifferent, people treat you indifferently. Even though I know in my heart, and I know, and because of my spiritual walk with God, that this stroke does not define who I am. I am who I am before I had this stroke, and I am even a better person now because I'm humble and I'm so grateful that God left some remnants of my body that I may not have appreciated as much as I appreciate them now. Even though I'm paralyzed on my left side completely, I can use my right side, so it's no grumping and no complaining now. I'm just grateful, grateful, grateful that God, brought me back because I had passed out, that He didn't let me die, that He gave me, He put His breath on me and let me live for my family. I appreciate that, and that I can have a special relationship with him. And
Okay.
now I can't remember what else you said about that question.
That was it. She did a great answer. Uh, we have just a few more questions, and please be very patient with us because I repeat a few answers because I understand the way she speaks, but other people are not used to uh, her dialect. It kind of the stroke kind of changed the way her speech is heard. So in this video, I am repeating some of the things that she's saying just so it can be more clear to you guys and everyone can understand the question and answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, she just said if you guys cannot hear because she is not actually on this video, but you can hear her voice. The question was, what is the most difficult thing she had to get used to
Yeah, I do
with
want
the
to
stroke?
elaborate just one half a second on
Uh,
that
yeah, hold on one second. I'm just
because
gonna go
yeah,
over the answer because they might not
hmm
understand what you said.
yeah, thank you, and that is really one of the things I want to elaborate on because before I had my stroke, I had one of my best features that I had was my vocal voice, and that is being able to talk. My voice was real clear and sweet. People used to tell me all the time, "You got the sweetest voice,"
Mhm.
and now it is huff and breath and rough. And I have to get used to that because people they do not understand what I'm saying, and it
Mhm.
gets very frustrating sometimes and very heartbreaking at times too because people are very impatient with you when they can understand what you're saying. I've learned that people are very impatient with people that are indifferent in any way at all. So
Yes, that's true.
and one of the things I have to get you have that's been very hard for me is that not only do that, but they when I go out of my wheelchair, the only thing that really pays attention to me are small children sometimes when I go out. Children are just so sweet. They'll stand up and look at me in this wheelchair and they will wave at me and give me big old Google eyes
They will wave.
and smile so beautifully. And someone, if someone will even take the courage to say hello, how are you? And that blesses me so much. But other than that, people do not notice. When I'm in the grocery store trying to find something, people will pass by me, never stop and ask, "Do you need any help, ma'am?" I had
Yeah.
one man over the Christmas holiday stopped, and I prayed with him. He and I had a great conversation. He was looking for something for his son for Christmas, and he stopped, and we had about a 10-minute conversation. It was so blessing. I was in tears when he left, and he blessed me, and I blessed him.
Yeah.
And I said,
So
nobody never asked me how am I doing when I'm out in public or anything like that.
yeah. So that's what I was saying yesterday to piggyback off my video. I read a short 10-minute video, and that's what I was saying. Uh, Everybody has something to deal with, and as you can see and hear her say, people treat you so indifferently if you're in a wheelchair, if you're deaf, if
Mm-hmm.
you have some type of speech impediment, and trying to take care of business. And they rush you to say what you need to say. They don't really listen to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
In order to help you better, they just rush you and you don't get complete service of what you need. And they can be very nasty. Uh, I encounter this more and more when I take my mom out for to handle business or just to go out to the simply go out to the grocery store to get groceries. We encounter people that are so rude. As you can see, she said that people don't help her in the grocery store. They
It's
don't
almost like you
even.
don't exist.
It's almost like you don't exist if you're in a wheelchair. Even at that, people don't stop to see if you need anything. They just go vicariously on their own, do what they need, and they leave. I wish we had some way that we can get into supporting
Yeah.
people with wheelchair, people that are bound to wheelchairs, and some organization that help uh, uh, people that people that are what's the word
People have to
disabled
decide, yeah, to be
disabled
kinder
and
and friendlier
yeah, disabled in some way.
and more aware.
That's one of my new things I'm gonna do this year. Figure out some type of organization we can fund or be active uh, in, so we can be a part of that community. That would be a very exciting thing to do this year. And maybe when I get uh, a lot of views and more popularity on YouTube, one of the people can sponsor my video. That would be very great, and I can get paid from um, an organization
Yeah,
have
because you
to
never know how
sponsor.
God would work
So,
things out.
hey, if anybody's watching this that's disabled, please drop a comment down below. If you know if any organizations that we can
Yeah, and share your experience.
fund and or be a part of any events that they are doing this year in Georgia, please let me know. I would love to know what is out there if you know already. And basically, the answer to her question, she just wants people to be more patient uh, and more thoughtful